A high-value man does not lose interest without reason. There are certain behaviors that quietly push him away, even when he might be deeply attracted at first. And the shocking truth is, research shows that men who are confident, secure, and successful in life tend to walk away faster from toxic patterns than average men. They don't waste time trying to fix someone who doesn't want to fix herself. According to psychology, attraction is not just about looks or charm. It's about energy, compatibility, and emotional health. A study from the University of Michigan revealed that men who are emotionally mature tend to value peace, mutual respect, and growth in relationships more than just surface-level attraction. This means the very things some women overlook, like constant criticism, emotional instability, or manipulative behavior, are exactly what make a high-value man lose interest quickly. Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." Many women don't even realize that some of their unconscious patterns, like playing mind games or acting out of insecurity, are what sabotage their relationships. What feels normal to them may actually be the very behavior that makes a man who has options decide to walk away without a second thought. Today, we are going to talk about the exact behaviors that turn off high-value men and make them lose interest, sometimes permanently. And I want you to stay until the end of the video, because the last point might shock you. It's something most women don't even realize they are doing, and yet it can completely destroy attraction. Let's dive in. Point 1. Constant negativity. Nothing drains a man faster than a woman who lives in constant negativity. High-value men are attracted to women who bring light, not a constant storm cloud. If a woman always complains, criticizes, or expects the worst, she slowly poisons the relationship. Negativity is contagious, and a man who works hard to protect his energy won't allow himself to stay in that space. Psychologically, negativity bias means humans naturally focus more on the bad than the good. But in relationships, this becomes dangerous. A high-value man sees a pattern of negativity as a reflection of unresolved wounds. Instead of staying to fix her, he will protect his peace and leave. Because to him, love should enhance life, not make it heavier. And here's the deeper truth. High-value men often build their lives around growth, progress, and resilience. If the person beside them constantly drags energy down with pessimism, it feels like carrying extra weight up a mountain. Eventually, no matter how much love was there in the beginning, he will choose freedom over heaviness. Point 2. Playing games instead of being authentic. Some women are told to play hard to get, or manipulate a man's emotions to keep him hooked. While this might work on insecure men, a high-value man sees right through it. Authenticity is magnetic, but manipulation is exhausting. Carl Jung emphasized the importance of individuation, becoming your true self. When a woman hides behind masks, pretending to be what she thinks a man wants, she is betraying herself. Over time, this facade cracks, and the man realizes he's not in love with her. He's in love with the mask. At that moment, his attraction disappears. What's even more damaging is that men who are emotionally intelligent don't want to be trapped in games. They are busy building empires, not decoding mind tricks. A high-value man admires honesty and vulnerability because it takes courage. When games replace truth, he doesn't argue, he simply walks away. Point 3. Disrespectful communication. Respect is the foundation of every strong relationship. High-value men are not impressed by a woman who talks down to them, mocks them, or dismisses their opinions. This doesn't mean you cannot disagree. It means you disagree with grace. According to relationship psychology, contempt, eye-rolling, sarcasm, mocking, is the #1 predictor of divorce. A high-value man does not wait until it gets that far. He sees early signs of disrespect and leaves before the relationship rots. Respect is not optional. It's non-negotiable. And here's the thing. Respect is not about agreement. It's about tone. You can challenge him, inspire him, and even argue with him. But if it comes from a place of partnership, he feels closer to you. If it comes from superiority or humiliation, he feels attacked. And a man who values himself will not stay where his dignity is consistently questioned. Point 4. Emotional chaos. Every human has emotional ups and downs, but if a woman constantly creates drama, it quickly becomes unbearable. High-value men want stability, not chaos. A relationship filled with shouting matches, emotional manipulation, or threats to leave is not love. It's emotional warfare. A famous story that illustrates this comes from the life of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor. He was surrounded by drama, betrayal, and tension in politics, yet he valued calmness and reason. The same applies to relationships. When a man is high value, he chooses calm over chaos. If a woman thrives on drama, he quietly walks away, because his life is already full. He doesn't need more storms at home. Emotional chaos is not passion, it's instability. High-value men crave depth, but depth does not mean destruction. They want intensity in love, but not intensity in conflict. If chaos becomes the norm, he recognizes it as a pattern that will never change, and he chooses peace over the endless cycle. Point 5. Lack of support and appreciation. A high-value man works hard, dreams big, and carries responsibility. What he desires most is not someone who takes over his life, but someone who supports and appreciates him. When a woman belittles his efforts, dismisses his ambitions, or never expresses gratitude, he feels emotionally abandoned. Social research shows that gratitude is one of the strongest predictors of long-term relationship satisfaction. A simple, "I'm proud of you," or "I see your effort," goes a long way. But when gratitude is absent, the relationship feels empty, and a high-value man will choose a partner who sees his worth instead of staying where he feels invisible. Appreciation is not about flattery, it's about presence. It's about noticing his efforts, celebrating his victories, and respecting his struggles. When he feels unseen, it hurts deeper than rejection, and that wound often becomes the final push for him to walk away. Point 6. Insecurity and jealousy. High-value men are confident and secure. They are not interested in constantly proving themselves to a partner who is consumed with jealousy and insecurity. If a woman questions his every move, checks his phone, or becomes possessive, it shows lack of trust. According to Jung, projection plays a huge role here. Sometimes, an insecure woman projects her own fears or hidden desires onto her partner, accusing him of things she secretly fears within herself. Over time, this suffocates the relationship. A high-value man values freedom and trust, and without those, he leaves. The truth is, trust is freedom. A man who has built his life with integrity will not stay where he feels like a prisoner. He wants love to be a choice, not a cage. And when insecurity replaces trust, the relationship becomes a battlefield, and no high-value man wants to keep fighting wars at home. Point 7. Lack of personal growth. Perhaps the biggest turnoff for a high-value man is a woman who refuses to grow. If she is stuck in old habits, never learning, never evolving, and expects the man to be her entire world, he loses attraction. High-value men are on a journey of growth. They want a partner, not a dependent. Carl Jung's concept of self-actualization reminds us that a fulfilling life comes from embracing growth. When a woman invests in herself, learns, explores, and evolves, she becomes endlessly attractive. But when she resists growth, she becomes stagnant, and no man who values progress will want to stay stuck. Growth is not about perfection, it's about movement. A woman who reads, travels, heals her wounds, and develops her passions becomes magnetic. But a woman who waits for a man to be her entire source of meaning drains the relationship. High-value men want equals, not anchors. So, these are the behaviors that make high-value men lose interest. Constant negativity, playing games, disrespect, emotional chaos, lack of support, insecurity, and refusing to grow. The truth is, love is not enough if the behaviors are toxic. Attraction fades when peace is replaced by drama, when respect is replaced by contempt, and when growth is replaced by stagnation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need to hear this. I'd love to hear from you. What behavior do you think is the biggest turnoff in relationships? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.